Congratulations on purchasing Abs Done Right. Let's get started. First, you need a yoga mat and some space. Lay your yoga mat out, set your Abs Done Right stand to the left side of your body, and grab your belt. Make sure you check all the links below. Go through every link before you start using Abs Done Right. How to wear your Abs Done Right belt and get in a starting position. Placement of the belt along your low back is crucial. Center the belt along your low back. Wrap the arms around your belly button and secure snugly. Reach back and feel for the top tag along your spine, bottom tag along your tailbone. If they're not centered, pull until you feel them centered along your spine and your tailbone. Unclip the dial, put it in your left arm, and lay down on the ground in a sit-up position. Be sure your head is relaxed on the ground, your shoulder blades are against the ground, your low back is against the ground, your weight is on your heels. If you do not have a stand, the dial can maintain in your left arm. Just keep it up into a vision going up towards the ceiling. If you have the stand, this is the time you click it onto the stand. The stand should be lined up at your belly button, and you should be able to glance and be able to see the dial clearly. When you're using Abs Done Right, your head always should stay on the ground until we do mini crunches. Your shoulders should always stay pressed into the ground until we do mini crunches, and your low back should stay flat. This is how you wear your Abs Done Right belt properly and get into starting position. Now we're going to learn how to breathe using Abs Done Right. Breathing is crucial to 1, your health, and 2, the effectiveness of using Abs Done Right. When you are lying in your starting position, you want to make sure your shoulder blades stay flat on the ground, your head stays on the ground, your back stays on the ground, and yet you can still breathe up and down. We'll watch the dial. The dial goes into green zone when you tighten your abs. There's a good chance that when you first start doing this, breath will get taken away because you need to learn how to breathe from your diaphragm separate from your core muscles. Watch the dial here. You'll see as Kelly tightens her abs, she is still breathing. Her chest is rising, she is still breathing, and the needle is staying steady in the green zone. Her shoulders are not rising, needle's not moving, she's breathing, and now we're ready to go on to the next stage. If you are struggling breathing separate and keeping the needle steady, continue at this chapter until you master that. How to start exercising using your Abs Done Right belt. As we discussed earlier, position is important, breathing is crucial, and body movement is important. First, we get our body into the green zone. We get into the green zone by pushing your spine down into the ground, push your low back into the ground, breathe separate, maybe do a little bit of a posterior pelvic tilt with your pelvis. You'll watch the dial. It'll get into green. As soon as you get it in green and steady, you are now ready to start exercising with Abs Done Right. First, bring your knees up. Keep them at a 90-degree angle of a knee bend. Your abs are tight, your breathing's normal, your shoulders are not rounded. We're going to imitate what it would be like with walking, running, any kind of movement with your body. We're going to start with your opposite legs moving, just like in walking and running. While you do leg movement, you have to be able to maintain core stability and keep it in the needle steady in the green zone. If your needle is dropping as your legs are pushing away or going into yellow or red, you're getting into a danger zone and you're not using your core fully. And what you start doing is you start activating your hip flexors, which attach and pull on your back muscles. It's crucial that the needle is in the green zone as your legs are moving, as you're breathing, shoulders are not rounded. That's the start of using Abs Done Right. Now put your heels on the ground and we'll go into crunches. So when you're doing crunches, your low back has no reason to ever come off the ground. When you do crunches, your shoulder blades fully come up and you stay in the green zone the entire time, up and back down. Kelly will show you and demonstrate. First, place your hands behind your head. There's no weight or pressure pushed through your fingers. Make sure your abs do the work. Crunch up, shoulder blades come off the ground, go back down, and you maintain in green zone on the way down. Up, green zone on the way down. Green zone in the way down. Nice and steady, breathing on the way up, breathing in on the way down. Breathe up, breathe in, breathe out, breathe in. And relax, keep it in the green zone. Watch as Kelly goes out of the green zone and relaxes her ab, what happens? It completely goes into red, or some people may go into yellow. That means you do not have your deep inner core muscles activated. This is how you start using abs done right. How to use abs done right in your daily workout routines. How to turn it into 6-minute abs. 6 minutes a day of doing these different exercises, and you'll get great results. First is what we have is called the dead bugs. Dead bugs, like we mentioned in the first chapter, the earlier chapter, is you straighten your leg one at a time. Legs are alternating, back is staying flat, green, you're in the green zone, you're breathing, shoulders down, head is down. You can get faster with dead bugs if you're in the green and you can keep steady. You can go into straight leg dead bugs. Now it's a little bit harder, one leg at a time. And the second part is mini crunches. Heels on the ground, mini crunches, hands behind your head, or a better option would be fist in front of your shoulder blades, and you crunch up. Look straight up at the ceiling, glancing at the needle as you're going up. Make sure the green doesn't go out of the green on the way down. It's okay if it goes above the green on the way up. Don't let it go on the way down. Tighten those abs, tighten those abs, tighten those abs. Push that back, flat as you possibly can. Breathe out on your way up. Breathe in on your way down. Watch the needle. Make sure you stay in the green zone. Abs are tight. Breathe out on your way up. Breathe in on your way down. Your abs are going to start to get fatigued. You got to really push that low back into the ground. Set that spine in neutral. 1 minute later, you go back to dead bugs. 1 minute of dead bugs, 1 minute of crunches, 1 minute of dead bugs, 1 minute of crunches, and you do that for a total of 6 minutes.
Any breaks in there?
Continue to do this for 6 minutes straight. Try not to rest. If you have to rest, you rest for about 10 seconds in between dead bugs and crunches. Try to keep your core working the whole entire time. It's essential that your core keeps working instead of you relaxing in between, because that's like walking around during the day. That's your postural, what they call postural control muscles. You don't want them to rest, you don't want them to break. You want them to be able to maintain through all movement. What do you do if you have too much pain to do core workouts? Abs done right is a great tool for those that have low back pain, acute pain, sudden pain, as long as you don't have a fracture in your back and a physician has allowed you to work out, walk, keep moving, you can use abs done right. But you want to just be able to make abs done right simpler if you're using it. So instead of full out dead bugs, let's just march our feet one at a time. Just march the feet. That's a little bit easier. Or just sitting there, put your heels on the ground. Just sit there and push your back down and work on just breathing. If you just maintain in green zone, your needle is steady, your breathing's regular, you will stretch out your back muscles and strengthen your core muscles without any effort. And that'll get you out of pain. Once that pain is removed, which could be in a couple minutes, it could be in a couple days of doing this routine, then you can go into dead bugs and crunches. Try to avoid crunches if you have back pain, low back pain. Always start out with just isometrically holding it. That's what Kelly's doing right now with her abs just tight. You're in the green zone. Then progress into the marches. Then progress into dead bugs. And then after the pain is gone, then you can progress into crunches.